Hello, this is authentic, original, the one, the only, the official, the guy from Pittsburgh, except no cheesy YouTube commentators, imposters, or evil people like the evil. You know who. I just woke up. Earlier today, I went to sleep. It was so cold I had to run the heater in here. Now it feels warm. Hello, Bellamy. Where are you? Kitty cat. Bellamy the cat, the wonderful, cute cat who loves my videos. So I don't have much to say because I literally woke up about 15 minutes ago. I'm going to go feed the cat. Excuse me. And then probably take a shower and go back to sleep. So I wind up sweating to death because I'm on the blankets and the cats are all curled up next to me. So been inundated with emails for Black Monday, Black Friday. How come they never have a black, let me buy something, whether I worked or not. When I worked, we were always broke on payday because we had car repairs or Kathy would need money or whatever. And there's never a pay you tomorrow when the money comes in the bank. That kind of thing. So, or the big first of the month sale. Never seen a first of the month sale. So, anyhow, discovered this comedian, James Gregory. He's very funny, except he doesn't believe they're aliens. And I'm watching his video. So, excuse me. Well, I'm definitely not awake. I will do this for about half an hour, then I must go feed the animals. Mama cat just got fed. So, had breaded fish for dinner earlier. Ate that, went to sleep. And another guy came in, started asking me all kinds of questions, and then when I said I was going to do something, immediately gets passed on to the evil one. You know who he is. And then the evil one wrote me this email saying I spend too much money on stuff. Well, it's none of his business or anybody else's business. What if I should prevail in my suit against County Connection? I did not go out today and do that. I will go out tomorrow. Without fail, I got the alarm clock set. And if I win and get a lot of rights that have slandered me for 10 years, and the attorney, I've already talked to their office in the past. They said they first will go after YouTube if I want, and then they will get those shut down in court, and then they will sue the people individually for slander. And I'll gladly spend the $7,500 for that, because then they'll have to pay me for damages, and they're scared to death, because they don't think I'm going to do it. Oh, you'll spend the money or you'll do this. Just like they said and lied that I wouldn't go to Alien Con. Just like they said I would spend the money that's sent to me to go to Alien Con. That thing may take 3 years. It took 3 years for my attorney friend to sue and win. County Connection when he had a client fall on the bus, and they're evil because they won't pay claims. And that's morally and ethically wrong. Someone gets injured, you should take care of them. I don't care who you are, how big company you are, county agency, local agency. That's just wrong. I'm not talking about just me. So, I'm patient man at heart. I had a Jewish mother and the same girlfriend for 44 years. I had to be patient. So anyway, that's about it. Bellamy. I got sent 2 pictures of Bellamy. He's so cute. One, he was looking for the video and he went to sleep, and the other one, he heard his name and he's all looking around. I wish I could meet him, but he's way back east. Continental Forest. So, I'm not worried if I don't win, because the attorney, that's all he does is take down YouTube slander people. It's what he does for a living. I don't think I won't win. So, oh, by the way, earlier, Fuzzy the cat, by Top Cat and Fuzzy. Luckily, I have 2 of them. I keep one on for my feet. I have to elevate my feet when I go to sleep. The problem with everything is I'm too tall for the bedding. When you're 6'2", your feet stick out. No matter what bed you seem to get, it's always too small. So, but YouTube does nothing to protect creators. That's the hypocrisy of YouTube. They'll go after creators if they say something that's not towing the party line as YouTube for the 2020 election. But someone says something disgusting in a video, or the title of a video, or like the loser says George Senda fakes his injuries. I have all the proof in the world my injuries are quite real, and people have heard me scream live on video. Excuse me, in pain. Nonsense. Wouldn't even occur to me to fake an injury. And, they heard me walking to UFOCon in Sacramento, and I was in a great deal of pain. I didn't know it why. I found out later I had 3 crushed discs in my spine, and which were probably caused by my mother loading up my backpack with canned goods all the time. Got to that convention, met Lorian Fenton and Ruben Ariana, and sat down and started screaming. So, well, I'm not counting chickens. I'm counting track record. Because there are 3 attorneys who go after YouTube. And then they go after people who slander people. And there's a company that removes slanderous posts on the industry. It's in this industry. So I'm, what the hell do I got to lose? If I lose, I've lost $7,500. Because my mother would go buy I can't use the word I would do, ton of canned goods and give me canned goods instead of money. And it crushed disc at the base of my spine because of it. I would be loaded down like it was in combat, in a combat pack. And those cans hurt. I didn't know it at the time. So, get rid of the trolls in chat, and it doesn't get rid of the trolls that attack me in email. I get guys coming in, I'm your friend, I'm a fan. And they're not. They're trolls. And they say the most despicable. So anyway, that's what's going on. What they need to do is enforce the rules. If someone intimidates someone, if someone harasses someone, they should be removed from YouTube. They should be banned. And they don't do it. No, not as a kid, as an adult. I would go to her apartment in San Francisco and cart everything back to Oakland or to here, carrying canned goods. Walk down the 3.5 blocks to the bus, get on the bus, get off the bus, walk across the street to BART, go on the platform, put the canned goods on the area where you could sit, if you could sit. This is before the pandemic, of course. Get back on Bart, put the canned goods next to me in the seat, get off Bart, put them back in my back, get off Bart, get down the elevator to the bus, and then walk 4 blocks home. Yeah, this new variant, well, they gave an announcement today. The new variant has not hit California yet, despite people lying about it on YouTube. But the new variant apparently is very dangerous and very mutated. The evil Fauci had to put his 2 cents in. I wouldn't trust that guy if he told him what time it was. So the state is well aware of it, and they're gonna. But they say people get the booster shots, and I haven't gotten the booster shot, but I guess I'm gonna have to get the booster shot. They say the vaccine is more efficacious against this new variant from what they've been able to determine if you have the booster shot. But then we were told when we got the vaccine that we would need no booster shot, that this would work forever. So, I know she wanted to help. And I used to have Kathy press on my lower back. I'm using my right hand to press on the exact spot. I fell down this flight and didn't go to the doctor. So, and I would start screaming in pain back then. But this is a separate injury. Before I had this 3 crushed disc business that said your back is bad. In 1984, I started screaming in pain after I fell off my bicycle going down to the library to drop off books in the middle of the night. And the doctor said, you have arthritis and your spine is going to spread to your whole body eventually. So, why would you get food from Jim Baker? That sounds really weird. But anyway, I don't know if I trust food from Jim Baker. If that's the Jim Baker of Jim and Tammy Faye, that guy, that's bizarre. A lot of freeze-dried food I wouldn't eat, like macaroni and cheese. I've noticed a lot, they hand you these packs that you can buy, they say it's 25 years. And then they hand you stuff you wouldn't eat if there wasn't an emergency, like macaroni and cheese, black beans. Every one of these right-wing religious fanatic types thinks the end of days. But you know what? They were thinking the end of days in the days of Jesus Christ. That's why the guy, St. John of it was not about today. It was about the Roman Empire. He complained about it. Uh-oh. So, not, about today and the end times and the so-called phony rapture, because there is no such thing as a rapture. That was invented in the 1860s. So, hello, cringe. Hello, jump around. So, I was on welfare once, and I lived in a welfare. And every month, at the end of the month, the only thing I could afford to eat was macaroni and cheese. And I hate macaroni and cheese. Even if you put meat in it and tomato sauce, it's still macaroni and cheese. There's nothing to improve it. So, Big Papa. All right, Big Papa. I'll call you Big Papa. Here we. Kathy has a Nintendo Switch. I don't. I eat cup of noodles, but I like only the chicken. I don't like the shrimp. I don't like the beef. Shouldn't be eating that stuff anyway. It's full of salt, but it's cheap. Come on, eyes. Stop. My eyes keep filling up with fluid because I got dry eye. Drives me nuts. Well, the only thing she plays on hello, I'm not even count. I can't pronounce your handle. I'm sorry. The only thing she plays on the Switch is Pokemon, so she's not gonna go and get um, anything else. And I still haven't had the time. I'll do that next month to go up and get her computer working. She broke the screen. I'm gonna have to order a new glass and open it up and get the kit and suction cup and take the old glass out and put the new glass in. I can't believe she. So I put it in the car. There was nothing wrong with it. A band, so I'm going like, I don't believe that for a minute. I think Kathy did something. Patty hits every bump, and she has struts instead of shocks in her van, and you feel every bump. So I know. Very cool that you could get on the internet with it, and I have watched Twitch a little bit. Somebody was showing me gaming on Twitch. That's the extent of my Twitch knowledge. And I have to send out on Wednesday. I bought 4. They're the wrong controllers. I got to return those. So I have cut salt way down, but the problem is all the processed foods, you got to have salt in them. Around for a minute. Give me 1 minute. Stay there. Got to adjust something. Okay. Also falling off the chair. Every time I sit in this chair, the cushion wants to fall off the chair. Ah. Okay. It leads to high blood pressure. It leads to kidney stones. There are 3 different kinds of stones. It's just not good. So I used to put salt on I used to put lemon pepper salt on a lot of tomatoes and salads. I can't eat that anymore. My stomach started objecting to it. "12 glasses of water a day." This is my glass. I just drank a cup of water, but if I drink... No, it's not Martha. It's the assistant in the office. I'm going to write a letter when I pay the rent. Say, look, it's kind of... I'm going to flat out say, woe unto those who do not listen, woe unto those who do not read. I wrote her a letter and she ignored it. Blah, 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 blah. And I said, I don't give a damn about that. A letter was sent to me last year lowering my rent. And the old person that used to work there, she retired. She kept every letter she sends when it related to rent or anything else in the computer. This new one doesn't seem to do. So until they straighten it out, I'm going to keep paying the same rent. And we do get a raise in January, but it's $34, as I understand, and with inflation, that's nothing. So, oh, and the trolls hate the fact that I'm on supplemental security income. I'm not behind. I'm paying the rent what it was said in the letter, and since they have not acknowledged, I've even wrote the housing director on this. So, and there was another thing I read that if you use artificial sweeteners, that's not good. Then they say if you use sugar, that's not good. What the hell am I going to put in my coffee? I'm not going to use that stevia. That stuff tastes horrible. No. 132. they raised the rent, but they sent me a letter I cannot remember when, and I don't know. Sent me one. I'm not going to sue the housing manager. I got enough on my plate. Thank you. Get the lawsuit filed against County Collection. Win that. Kathy, get up another Prius. Get hold of the attorney. Go after the trolls. Then they told me they will what they do, they determine who the trolls really are, their names, their address, take them to court. I'm not going to drink black coffee. I drink enough coffee that's too strong because I put too much coffee in the coffee, but I don't handle black coffee well. And if I sue them for slander and I prevail, then I will get a lot of money. Then I can, if I get enough money, I move the hell out of here. At least I'd have my election in 3 months. Yeah, I always think that they should put a codicil in the. I think they should get rid of that Medicare raise because that eats up the money. And they should think, if we give you a raise for Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA benefits, railroad retirement, anybody who gets federal funds cannot raise the rent because it just eats up Nevada. I would move to Nevada. And the other thing, of course, we're not for the actions of the trolls to sabotage my quote-unquote career, to keep me from getting a podcast or a radio show, to knock me off coast to coast AM and slander me. I probably would have making a lot of money today. So, but Nevada has no state income tax. And then the other thing, one troll wrote me, "Oh, you're never going to win the lotto." Well, I play it and hope I could win the lotto. And one thing, everybody who's helped me out over the years would get at least $1,000. $5,000. Well, I don't know because you got expenses. Today they shut down the water because there was an emergency locally that shut down the whole Martinez, this area anyway, for the water off. So, but there should be a provision. If I ever met president again, I'd say put a thing in here that say you cannot raise the rent just because someone got a Social Security increase. It takes it away, and you cannot raise Medicare because you get an increase. It's not right. And I'm not talking about me. When you go out and you're paying for now Bay Area restaurants saying they're raising prices and people don't like it. I watched a video from 60 Minutes where at that time they explained the whole supply chain and why things are backed up. And one group blames it on the lack of truckers. The truckers blame it on the ports. The ports charge the ships for containers. And he said, I can't afford it. He said he ordered a container from China and found that it was on a train, but it was on the very bottom of one flat car. And the railroad was charging him nowhere. They take all these empty containers and drop them off. Now they got things you can't bring in a red container, a blue container, a brown. Look, let's say there's about 12 active people doing this. And they're all their buddies, of course. But let's say I got 10 grand. That's 120 grand. I can buy land with 120 grand. Build a house. I don't think I could do it physically, but I could sure get a help. So, and then once I get the house built and put in a greenhouse and put in a storage thing for water, put in solar, I would never have to pay rent for the rest of my life. No, I don't think it's just him. It's the guy running the second troll website. It's the guy who ran the first troll website. They have made a career of publishing slanderous videos about me and go after them all. Well, I don't know. I knew who the one who died was. I know who the one who runs the main website, the branch website. I don't know who he is yet, but the attorney's office told me we'll find out who they are. That's all they do. They go after people for slander. And they win. I don't care if it takes 3 or 4 or 5 years. Yeah, that's another animal. How come they never sent Hillary Clinton to prison? And that Russian collusion. And their videos now saying this new variant I predict that Biden, because he won't be able to resist, and neither will Gavin Newsom. Remember, he works lockstep with Newsom, and that Newsom does something, he does the same thing. He's very unpopular. I predict they'll try to lock us down between Christmas and New Year's, just to ruin Christmas. Because all these people don't know what. I don't know yet. It's more virulent than regular COVID, and apparently it's capable of mutating worse than regular COVID. So I don't understand. Wouldn't it be libel? Slander is verbal, but there is libel also. They've done things in writing. So I can go after them on 2 fronts. Sue them for the web. And the stuff is out there. And I have one ally willing to work with me, and I may have a second one. Slandered. So, well, I'm going to have to investigate this week about getting the booster, but I'm afraid to get it. I'm still having the effects of the evil Pfizer vaccine, where my feet, hands, toes, and fingers going numb with a great deal of pain. I almost fell the other day. Woke up, my left foot was numb. Bathroom, and I started staggering. I couldn't put any weight on my foot, and I almost fell. So the problem with the boosters, I call it booster BS, because I don't think they know what they're doing, and they'll tell. Said we wouldn't need masks, then we'd need masks, then we wouldn't need masks. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And have you heard Coast to Coast AM? Last Friday, they had John F. Kennedy Jr. He's written a whole book about the guy. And said that from the Army to supposedly work on a vaccine when he was really working on bio. And the Wuhan weapons lab are hand in hand. And we know that the director of WHO is in hand with the Chinese. So this is why I say Fauci should be arrested and charged. But he won't ever get charged with this administration. Now, I will say one thing. If I won the lotto, I have bronchitis now because I'm sleeping on the floor and freezing. President Trump and hand him a letter and say, this is what you need to do when you go back into office. First thing you need to do is get this COVID, the second thing, you need to issue another stimulus check for people who are hurting with the inflation. And by the way, tetanus is only every 5 years. I don't know what MMR is. Sounds like one of them martial arts things. But they told us the booster, we wouldn't need anything else. The booster be fine. Or the second shot be fine. That's why I call it booster BS. No, I'm not going to do that. My doctor may or may not be back from vacation. It's going to be December. I got to make a doctor's appointment. I got an ear infection, too. And I still can't hear in my left ear, so. I read that wrong. I thought you can't wait to my next Kmart booster. You know, and this booster thing, how many boosters are we going to have? They got more boosters than Die Hard restarts cars. What if we take this booster and they say in 6 months, well, that booster wasn't good enough. You got to take another booster. Might be having boosters for next 10 years. There's one Kmart left in California. It's up north somewhere. There's one Kmart, the last Kmart. Sounds like a bad B movie. The last Kmart gets attacked by zombies or something. People looking for zombies looking for the blue light special. I'm not getting the Pfizer. I mean, not Moderna. I am not getting the Pfizer shot. I'll get the Moderna. But my nephew said, don't take the shot at all. It messes up your RNA. And I think he was right. I wasn't having my feet go numb, dead, before I took that second shot. And this ear, it's not only fluid in my ear, and they want me to take a hearing test. I said, why? I can't hear. Why would you want to hear? But it keeps filling up with fluid, and that's a sign of an ear infection. They're probably going to have to take the punctured eardrum to get that out of there. So, as far as I'm concerned, Pfizer is death. They suck. I don't trust Pfizer. And if I ever meet the chairman, I'm going to sit on him and go, you son of a bitch, you gave me this crap. And probably with me forever. Yeah, well, then there's this thing also. I agree with the people. You know, people are in L.A., firefighters and police, and were marching saying this is unconstitutional to make, and a lot of them are saying we're going to get fired from the L.A. You cannot force people to take a vaccine they don't feel is safe. And one of the Steelers went on the COVID watch list. It wasn't just Big Ben. Another Steeler went on the COVID watch list today. Yeah, what if mixing is worse? What if it totally screws up your body? And little kids are getting hard ailments from the shots. They're pushing little kids. Bioengineered, they want to get rid of people. Well, all I know is what he told me on the phone, and I've known my nephew a lot longer than I've known any of you. So, and I got told by somebody by the church too. He gave me the exact details. He said it screws up your body. No, I'm fine. I just need more sleep. I'm craving sleep because I lie there at night and I'm freezing. Wednesday I will order my new electric throw and then I can be warm. Well, you know, that's irrelevant to me. personal life is not relevant. I follow the Steelers for football. You know, and how long are you going to go after some guy? Cane him with that brush for life? I don't think that's fair. And is he doing it now? No. So, well, remember, all the doctors, I looked this stuff about the RNA. I don't know news for him. I started following this in 2019. And they all march. Hey, well, if it does not affect your RNA, then why do so many people have the belief that it affects your RNA and your DNA or whatever it is? I'm not a scientist. I don't trust the vaccine, period. I believe what they say because the Center of Disease Control has flip-flopped on this so many times as well. I don't think they know what the hell they're doing either. And I think a ton of money on this. The stock market went down when they heard the news about Omicron. Sounds like a bad Transformer. Omicron, robots in the sky. And then today it went up 326 points. It's all driven by money. I don't think it has to do a lot with health. It's money and power. Yeah, I look up. I have all kinds of apps for stock commodities on my iPad, but I can't look. I'll be so glad Wednesday when I get my other iPad. Well, I get a heated jacket. I'd sweat to death. So I have jackets that are lined, and I go out with them, and it's not cold enough here to wear a lined jacket. So there nights it does get cold. That's weird. I think one of the cats cut my arm. I got a cut on my arm. Cats jump up. I'm like, I feel like I'm in the Oregon Trail with cats, you know. Cats are jumping on my stomach. Cats are jumping on top of me. Cats are jumping over me in the bedding. They all want to sleep in the bedding. Anybody in here now? That's my neck trying to look. Nope, they're all outside. I have to go feed the kitties. So I think this is going to be it. And I'm still craving sleep. I got about 2 hours of sleep. Went back to sleep. Got 2 more hours of sleep. Ate dinner. Went back to sleep. Kitties have to be fed though, and raccoons are out. It's dark now. It gets dark real early, like 5:30. Yeah, I got peroxide. I got Neosporin. Anyway, I will, but don't nag. I know. My mother was a nurse. I know. And I got to get up, unplug the thing, replug it over here. I don't want to keep this stream on. I'm tired. I'm walking around naked in here. Sorry. I'm not going to have the camera on with me naked after I take a shower. And you can, oh, look at George. He's naked. So, all right, that's it for this one. I'll be back tomorrow. Wednesday, I am going to Berkeley to get your new brain. Get the iPads out of the shop. Go to Top Dog app. The Target bill. Go to T-Mobile and activate the Wi-Fi and cellular iPad again at last. And go over to Half Price Books. Then go and get some food and then collapse back into bed. I'm so tired of sleeping, though. I'm tired of not doing anything. And I haven't even called Kathy. And just went, Now 8 hours. Except I can't sleep in this chair. I've fallen off this chair. The cushion I sit on slides off the chair, and then I slide off the chair. No, 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 no. My body won't take 10 hours a day of streaming. And then I would hurt for 3 days. No, you want to do 10 hours of streaming, you do 10 hours of streaming. My body's too messed up. I can't do that anymore. Art Bell used to do 5 and 6 hours a day, and then his back went out. How come everybody who doesn't do this thinks it'd be fun? Wouldn't be fun for me physically. S24 Streamathon. Yeah, well, if you start paying me for that. No, I'm not going to stream myself sleeping, because some nights I'd sleep in the nude. Particularly when the clothes get too... This is a clean shirt. My clothes get sweaty, and then I got to watch them. If I sit in this chair too long, my back, my knees hurt, my hands hurt, my feet go numb. It is painful to sit in this stupid chair. The only way I would do... If I move out, got a house, and we're sitting on a lazy boy, and then the lazy boy will object because I'd be sitting. I don't make money doing this. Where are there any donations? You see any donations to this video? If I try to monetize it, oh, this is not suitable for all advertisers. Sorry, you cannot monetize this video. Monetize a video. That's acceptable to most advertisers. Well, they don't. So stop. All right, with that, I'm going to go because I got people being stupid and I can't stand stupidity. Have a good night, people. Thank you for coming in. Bye-bye for now.